In what's been a pretty wild week and weekend for the cryptocurrency market, XRP has been no exception. Now, lots of people, however, predict a big move, even 1,000% opportunity coming to you if you're still holding your XRP coins. We're going to break down all the latest, as well as take a look at that Chris Larsen donation. What's that about? All of that in this video. Make sure that if you're interested in XRP and want to stay up to date with all the cryptocurrency markets, hit that like and subscribe button, turn your notification bell on to all so you don't miss our latest content, as well as our daily live streams, keeping you plugged into the cryptocurrency market. With that being said, let's get into this video. So let's start here. Chris Larsen, the Ripple co-founder, donating $1 million to the Kamala Harris campaign. Now, just for the record, I'm not making this political, but I wanted just to explore the rationale behind this. Now, we know that he's come out publicly and endorsed Kamala Harris as the potential new president of the US, but we also know there are some pretty big names in the space that also have endorsed President or elect Trump, which would be people like the Winklevoss twins, as well as Grant Cardone and many others. So this is kind of an interesting standpoint. In my opinion, this is paying the odds. We know that, Trump's pro-cryptocurrency allegedly. We know he's going to fire Gary Gensler, which we all know that XRP and Ripple are absolutely against. And I think this is playing the odds. This is ultimately trying to be in favor and, I guess, reduce the risk. If we think Gary Gensler is going to stay in power under a Kamala Harris administration, then it probably makes sense to be supportive of the potential person coming in. If Trump gets in, it's a win-win situation for everybody. Everybody involved in cryptocurrency wins on this. Now, it says here, Chris Larsen's co-founder Ripple made headlines by making the first documented crypto donation to Kamala Harris's campaign, contributing $1 million in XRP to a prominent super political action committee supporting her candidacy. Now, this is even more interesting because actually the reality here is using crypto is a big deal. And the reason is, well, if Kamala Harris was at any way going to be negative towards cryptocurrency, she's just accepted it as a donation as part of her, promotion, her candidacy, whatever you want to call it. So this is kind of pretty crazy to think about, and I think very smart by Chris Larsen, almost playing both sides of the field. Now, it gets even more interesting when you start talking about a potential SEC ETF approval. Now, this starts to get pretty wild, as lots of people predict we could see a big price surge. Now, we know that S1 filings went in from both Bitwise and one other ETF filing, which obviously went in last week, and this will obviously start becoming pretty interesting as people begin to get bullish on these. We know Grayscale's trust fund is already well over $2 million right now, which is pretty wild. But analyst Barry C predicts that if the SEC approves an XRP ETF, the token could rise to $1,000 in the long term, referencing price movements following the launch of Bitcoin ETFs. Barry suggests a similar rise could occur for XRP. According to him, XRP could reach this level within the next 5 to 10 years, driven by substantial institutional investments. Now, we've talked about that right here on the channel, whether that's partnerships into the UAE, whether that's banking licenses, whether furthermore that's putting custody services on the XRPL for banking infrastructure as well, all is aligning to this big price move specifically for XRP and the longer term adoption that we could actually see with it. It even talks about Grayscale's here. The fact that they don't want to move it to an XRP ETF is important. The reality here is they are front running the market. We saw it with Bitcoin, we saw it with Ethereum, and guess what? We now see it with XRP. So what we get is on that Grayscale trust, a very good indication of the adoption rate and the potential amount of money that would be coming into this ETF. So I think it's very important to reference. And so finally, I want to talk about this 1,000% opportunity. This is about an XRP bullish breakout. Given some of the things we've talked about, what are people saying? Well, it's very interesting indeed. Here we go. It says XRP is at a turning point as analysts await a signal that could propel the price higher amidst market uncertainty. And this is all about MEXC giving the view on an XRP potential breakout. Now you can see here this descending wedge pattern that we've been talking about for a while on the channel, looking at a potential breakout. Now here is the channel that, or here is the kind of image that we're looking at. This is the pattern that we generally see playing out on this, and look at XRP. It's pretty much following exactly that. In fact, it's probably even easier to see here. If we go onto the monthly or the weekly candles, you can see just how obvious this pattern is. And if we extend this, how obvious this trend line pattern is that we've been talking about, again, awaiting this potential breakout. We have coiled and coiled and coiled, and lots of people now are predicting this breakout. We've talked a lot also, don't forget, about this W pattern pattern that generally then forms that as we break out to the upside. So look out for this. Lots of people predicting we're going to see some big market moves. Equally, we've got some huge earnings in the normal, markets, as well as the S&P 500, the Nasdaq. Some big company earnings could absolutely ignite the market. We know Bitcoin set for a big move this week, so there is definitely some pretty interesting things on the horizon, not only for XRP, but the wider cryptocurrency market. The only place you're going to get that first is right here on the 2Bit Crypto channel. And don't forget, we've partnered up with MEXC to offer you 10% rebates on your trading. Again, link is in the description, as well as $8,000 worth of free bonuses if you sign up and trade with MEXC. Check out those links, as always, in the description. And let me know what you think. Let me know what your price prediction for XRP is. Do you think we've got 1,000% opportunity? And let me know what you think is coming this week in the cryptocurrency market. We'll have it all right here on the 2Bit Crypto channel. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe.